Well, he won't do it nicely, Danica, and good morning. No, he's going to be as ornery as he can between now and the next 70 days when he has to leave the White House. It's important for him to manufacture that notion that the election was stolen, that he's a martyr. And of course, martyrs don't apologize before they leave the earth. So he's got to continue to refine that message. And he's already planning for 2024. As long as breath courses in his body, he's planning to come back. I mean, being president is one thing, and getting turfed out the way he did. And keep in mind, during the election, the Republicans did very well in the House, and they kept their position in the Senate. So he's taking this as a personal repudiation. Though I'll tell you what, he got 70 million votes when he finally leaves Washington to plan his next move, which will probably also include a cable network television. Trump Corporation is going to go into something else. He's taken this very personally, that he's the only person that lost it. He's going to be looking for heads before he goes. I hate to be Dr. Fauci right now or the Attorney General, Bill Barr, because he's going to be very angry his last 70 days. And in that office, he can do anything he wants. He could pardon anybody. He can go to war. He could sign a treaty. I mean, he can do absolutely anything he wants. So, there's a reason, Danica, why they security escorts people out of the building when they get fired. But to leave them there for 70 days is very dangerous.
What about in terms of his legal challenges? Do you think that they will stand up?
No, they won't. It's not the same thing as Gore versus Bush in 2000. That was about 537 votes that had to go one way or the other. By this time, the election was already determined. And look, Americans don't care about a ballot that may be informal or whatever it is, or whether they count the votes in Georgia. I mean, Trump knows he's defeated, so right now he's going to put the best face on it possible. And he's got Americans, his supporters, and he's got a lot of supporters out there, thinking that, there's some basis for this. But look, you couldn't get anyone to talk for 5 minutes about what's wrong with those ballots, because there's nothing wrong with the ballots. They just were opened after the election day or the ballot day, and so he's got no leg to stand on. That was his official thing, and this is just a strategic retreat as he continues to develop his own version or his own narrative on the way out the door.
What about in terms of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? We saw those speeches that they both gave yesterday. Do you think that it set the tone? Did it capture the mood of how America is feeling?
Yeah, I heard the speeches. I've heard a lot of speeches in my lifetime. It's one of those kind of empty mission statements you hear from people who enter an organization, never done this kind of thing before. Look, he's promised to unify the American people. Joe Biden is going to have his hands full in the next 6 months unifying the Democratic Party. There are people who agreed to put him in the running position as long as they got what they wanted. So the progressive part of the party is coming in for their piece of flesh, and they're going to want the Secretary of the Treasury and Homeland, and you're going to see Pete Buttigieg again, and you're going to see Senator Warren perhaps. No, he's not going to have time to unify the American people who are deeply divided. They've been deeply divided for 20 years. They were deeply divided in 2016, and they're more divided right now. It's about which way America is going. As far as they're concerned, the Democrats are going to take them in the direction of socialism and then communism. And as far as the Republicans are concerned, is that the Democrats are concerned is that the Republicans who lost out, those who supported the Republican Party, want to take America into a more authoritarian. So look, Biden isn't going to be able to do half the things he wants to do. And if he wants to go back to the Paris Agreement, he's going to have to go back to the Senate, and good luck with that. America is in gridlock for another 4 years until someone rescues them. And I'm telling you what, Donald Trump will be back as sure as God made little green apples.